Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, if you haven't checked out the evening webcast from last night, do that. Basically, what we discussed is how the monthly pivot and weekly pivot are locked up here at 58. They did a very shallow test of them off of the Sunday gap down that was based upon the news out of North Korea that they had done an underground nuclear test that freaked everybody out. What we've seen since then, though, is just a gradual drip up off of that low. It's gone as high as 70, 71, 70, 75 rather. Two things still need to happen today. The bulls need to fill the gap. Okay, they need to get up over the daily pivot. This is the daily pivot here in the 74s. Okay. This is not the daily pivot down here at 66. This is based upon a flat day of holiday trading. So 74, everything in the briefing report is accurate because we're all at trade date September the 5th. This is just a function of the charting over at Thinkorswim. So the bulls need to fill the gap, get back over the daily pivot, make a higher high versus Friday's high, 24.79.75, and then try to deal with the all-time high up at 88.5. That does not all have to happen today. It does all have to happen this week. The Bears, well, the Bears have the same problem they always have. They need to convert the weekly pivot. They need to convert the monthly pivot. Luckily for them, it's all tucked in together there at 24.58. If they get down there, they're going to have to do something about it. They're going to have to convert it. They're going to have to turn it into resistance. We're going to have to be living below it versus living above it. You hop on the daily chart just for a quick review of last week. 100-day exponential moving average. Tuesday morning, 100-day exponential moving average. It was a higher low. We said, look, it's a potential higher low. Here it is. Let's see what they do with it. Well, the Bears, the Bears did not react at the price areas that they needed to react. But be that daily mid-band, weekly pivot, monthly pivot, you take your pick. They laid down. 50-day exponential moving average, 9-day simple moving average. They laid down. They turned the 100-day into support. That's bullish. Okay. Thursday, Friday was about the bulls converting the daily mid-band. Get this out of the way. Today, you get a little bit of a pullback. You got a gap down, but you can see there's already follow-through. There's already follow-through. So it's going to be all about how, in the regular session, do the Bears deal with 58 if they get there, and how we deal with the gap fill if we get there. We should do one, if not both, today. If we do stay inside the gap, it's going to be a very tight range day, and don't go crazy trying to overtrade something that doesn't want to do anything at all. The last thing I'll do is here's what I was talking about over on the daily chart. So here's your lower low. Here's your 1575, okay? You come down on Tuesday, you do a potential higher low, retest the 100-day, higher low here. Then you start screwing stuff up if you're the Bears. You make another higher low. You lay down at the weekly pivot. You do a ramp job there. Here, back, higher low. Then they break through that 54 resistance that had been a problem. 58, monthly pivot at the time. And then by the time you get to Thursday, Friday, you've got a jobs report sitting in front of everything, and it just bleeds all the way up. I've seen it dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of times during this entire multi-year run-up. If you convert weekly pivot to support early in the week, if you create higher lows early in the week, then the last couple days of the week are directional and they are upward. So how do you combat that if you're the Bears? How do you have the opposite type of week? You take out weekly pivot early in the week. You convert it to resistance. You take out a couple other areas that matter. 54 would be a good start, and so would 44. Then by the time you get to Thursday, Friday, it can be directional to the downside. Bears don't pull that off very often. That's their task again this week. We'll see if they're any good at accomplishing it. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. There'll be a midday update. I'll see you guys then. Trade them well. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.